I got it on. Hey everyone, welcome back to Heritage Homestead Creations. And today is a very wonderful, great, sunny, creative day. And been kind of a busy week. We haven't been able to work on this project a lot in the last week. Didn't even get up many videos for my other channel. But today's a beautiful day. It's a Sunday, and we've already been at it for 2 or 3 hours now. And I wanted to catch you up on where we're at in the steps as far as continuing on. I believe this is part... Let me check my phone here. I can't keep up with this. Let's look at this here. Turn that one on. And I should have it down here. Bear with me. We are on, wake up phone, part 6, yes. Alright, so, part 6. Alright, so in part 5, we had just gotten started with, and it's humid out here today, folks. Hot and humid. Well, not too hot, but definitely humid. We had gotten through the first part of the juice pans, getting them started and gluing them together. And I told you I would go ahead and finish that and start working on the handles, and that's what we've gotten. And as of now, let me show you where we're at. So these are the last 2 juice pans. One of them, the third one's already over down there. We've turned the other cabin into a dust-free polyurethaning zone because it's pretty dusty in here. I mean, we've been working and sanding and everything's pretty dusty, so we're cleaning it up, taking them in there. But we've gotten them for the most part, we've gotten all of these done and sanded and smoothed out really nice. And I've got the drain hole put in for the juice. So now those of you who couldn't see it before can see that once there will be a pallet that we'll make that sits here, and then the barrel will go on top of it. And once the juice is pressed, you'll just stick you a pot underneath here, and here's the other one. So we've gotten all of these done. I'm going to grab one of them because I can't take the phone and both at the same time. Let's go down here and see what we've got going on. Oh, what a beautiful day. What a gorgeous day out here. We're going to have a lot of elderberry on our elderberry bush this year. Really beautiful. I got a lot of work to do out here in the garden, my friends. A lot of work. But try and balance them all, keep each splint. Let's say that 10 times fast. As it was referred to before, I've got so many spinning plates. Well, just like in the circus, you got to keep each plate spinning, just a little twist here and there to keep it going. Hey, honey, open the door. Knock, knock. There we go. And she's in here getting high as a kite. Let's set that there. And she's working on the handles. And it's a little dark in here, but I think that might actually help you be able to see this. And it's just poly. We're not doing any stain of any kind. We want just a natural look to it. So these are all the handles, and we've gotten them shaped on the ends, as you can see, shaped really nicely, nice and smooth, be soft to hold. And she's working on the first juice pan, getting them nicely coated. So once we get all this done and it starts it's good and dry, I should say. Once we get this done and it's dry, and she'll have to flip these over and do the other sides of them. Or do you got both sides?
I got both sides.
Okay, got both sides of them. Okay, well, alrighty. Once we do that and we get them all dry so that they're ready to rock and roll, then we can start to do the main base assembly, where these will get screwed down onto the braces, and I'll have to put those together. So I've got her caught up to getting these done, and she's doing a fine job of it. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next on these while I'm waiting for these to dry. Could I... There's so many little things that I can do. I'm thinking, well, I could make the pallets. That'd be a quick, easy. I usually wait till last to do that because they're a small item. I could make the stomper handles, and I usually wait till last to do that anyway because I want to get the main press done. So I think the next best thing for me to work on is probably pulling out the... No, that's a lot. Well, I kind of have to. Once I get these done, what's my next step? You know, I get the lower pan assembled in the legs. I could start working on assembling the legs because that's got to be done next. So maybe I do that. So I'll bring the other one down and let T finish working on giving these a beautiful coat. I mean, that's gorgeous. That's absolute gorgeous. Like I tell you, the owners of these, me and Sonny and whoever gets the third one and the other ones that I've built, if they're taken care of properly, these will be around 100 years from now. Easily. And I know that because the apple presses that were built 100 years with that technology, those techniques, and that woodworking skill, we saw several of them up in Montana that were over 100 years old, and they were still cranking them. Now, they were well worn, and I hope with what I'm doing here they won't get beat up as bad, or they'll be able to handle it quite a bit better. So, all right, let's see what we can do. I'll let her finish this and go bring her the other juice pan, and then I'm going to start preparing to assemble the pressing legs, which are the big legs, and we'll start on that. All right, so we're going to move forward with assembling the legs. That seems like the next best step to do anyway. And so we got everything laid out here on the table. I got the two front legs and the cross brace, and I got the two back legs and the cross braces for that. Now the next step is to pre-drill everything for our lag bolts. Now we want something extraordinarily strong to hold these together, but I also need to be able to drill centered in our location here. And I got a little trick that I wanted to show you when it comes to marking them. Whenever you have a big dado like this, and if you want to get some nice bolts in it, just get you a straight edge, lay it in here, put your mark on either side, and do the same thing from this direction. Put a mark on either side, so I'm up against it here, and I'm up against it here. And what that leaves me, it was either a diamond or square based on the width of it. And now I can find that center real easy when I get my bits. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over. It's not in there. It's going to be over here. Anyway, I'm going to get a brad point bit. I'll have to get it. I thought I had it. I'll have to get a brad point bit in order to center this, and I'm going to do it in the drill press so that I can get a good true perpendicular hole through here. And I'm going to go through all the pieces first with the brad pit that brad pit the brad point bit. No, don't have a thing for them. Anyway, we'll go completely through with that, and then the brad point is only going to be a tiny screw because I don't want to make a hole any bigger than this. Now, the reason being is because I'm going to recess. I'm going to recess on the back side the head with a flat washer. So the head of the bolt and the flat washer will end up getting recessed into the center. So I'm going to have to step through one with a brad point bit to keep it centered and straight, and then come back on this side and clear out a hole big enough for my the recess of my head, screw head, and washer. So that's what we have to do next, and then once we get that together, we'll get everything bolted together. And we got work to do on the upper beam before everything's finished, but I can work on that, you know, piecemeal along the way. The first thing I want to do is get everything set and get the front legs and then back legs put together. Once we have the front legs and the back legs put together, and I've got the handle pieces in the juice pan dried, I can do my major assembly to get what will start looking like the structures coming together. So that's what I got to get next, and let me get a little bit on that done, and then I'll come back with you. Did forget to mention one thing. These are some really long lag bolts that we're going to be using to tie these together, because strength, durability, longevity, and these things are going to go obviously quite a ways through our leg and quite a ways into our press beams. So we need a lot of strength there, and I'm only going to use one because we got such hard, dense wood. I want to be able to drill out a decent sized clearance hole, and getting normal drill bits this long is very hard. So I got some of the fairly cheap ones that were at Harbor Freight. Having nice drill bits like this are really nice for doing some woodworking. And I also got a 5/8 bit. One of the issues that I had doing difficulty with when we get into turning our scratter barrel, the only bit I could ever find that was a good one for this was this old spiral bit, and getting it centered and going through was pretty difficult. This is the blade I was using, or excuse me, the bit I was using. Now I'll have a full 5/8, so we need a 5/8 diameter, and this is 5/8 diameter too, but this will allow me a little bit better control to go through there. So, alright, now let me go ahead and get all the holes drilled, and let's see what we can do to get our frame put together. I think I also want to mention that pre-drilling for these long lags is a multiple step process, and let me talk you through that so that you understand the hows and whys of the steps. So the initial hole that I drilled using the drill press used that brad point bit. Tell me when it's focused.
It's good, I can see it.
All right, so it's a very sharp point there, and allows me to get very precise in my location putting it in. The other thing is, with it using the drill press over here, that makes sure that I'm good and perpendicular. That's very critical for the centering up and alignment of making sure that these things meet where I want. Then I used one of these very long bits that's just a hair larger than this, but it's also the perfect clearance to clear out for the center meat of this, not drilling out where the threads would go. So the threads would be able to bite into the wood, but I won't have to have the inside portion of this shank here actually have to spread out the wood. So I need to clear this so it doesn't split it. All I want is these teeth biting. So I've done this, then I've come back and I drilled with the spade bit. So show them the recess here. And so the spade bit cleared it out. What that does is, where's that dude at? It's in my hand. It's going to leave for the countersink, so this sits in here with the washer underneath it. Okay. Then I'm going to have to come back and drill it again using the 3/16 portion, because I want to clear out enough wood for this section of the bolt right here. Okay, so this bit will come back, and I only drill out just that far in order to clear it. So whole lot of steps And I've got that part done. Now all I got to do is run this in. So how far do I need to drill and clear that? So right about there. All right, so I think I can do that. Oops. It's about that far. Just a hair more. Take your time on it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I actually went. Oh, that's drill bit's hot. Woohoo! Hot, hot, hot. So if I've got this pre-drilled deep enough, and I take this dude right here, and I take this dude right here, and I take this.
It's right there on.
Yep. Driver bit. It should. Hold that. I don't want to run it too tight. See how that works? And then it's tucked away nice and neat. And that's a bit of a process. It takes a little while for us to get that done. We're going to go ahead and do all of that on all of these, and we'll come back when we got it all done. Phew. Well, it's been a long afternoon. What do you think, honey? A long afternoon?
Too long.
Yeah, too long. Well, we've got it done. We've got all three sets bolted together. So there's a front set of legs and the back set of legs and the press set of legs. So
there's the other one.
yeah, so you got another set here and another set here. The handles and the juice pans need to finish drying out. Went in there a little bit ago and they were, whoo, you catch a buzz in that place. I mean, it's some strong stuff, but we did it. Show them, take a quick look here. See, they recessed. Spin around here and get the light. Recessed, really nice, beautiful. And a recess down here, really nice. Now this is the grade B one because of the, but that's the character in the wood that we got. Oh, let's make some noise! Alright, so I think that'll about do it for get it all cleaned up for part 6. Part 6, yes. I verified it.
Oh, you okay?
I verified it. It's part 6. So it's been a long day. We did the round over on the handles, sanded the handles down, sanded down the juice pans because we had them glued up. We just needed to finish that. We did all that before we checked in with you. And then she did the poly on it. And then we pulled these together and got them put together, and we're going to let them marinate in the poly for a little while. Let it dry. You should see the look on her face. It's so funny. Anyway, so the next time we come back, it'll be assembly time of the framing. So we'll have to take and put each of the juice pans in to the front and back set of legs and the handles in there and get them screwed together so that we have the frame, the main part of the frames put together. We'll get that done. That might be a good deal in itself because you want to get it all squared and aligned, and it takes a little bit of work to make sure everything pulls together properly. See, I mean, there's a little bit. We were sitting here when we were cutting these to length to make sure that everything was okay with these. We found out that the miter saw was just not at 90 degrees, and that was giving us an issue. So we sat there and played with that for about 20-30 minutes. Oh, one of these days I'll have this shop set up with everything proper, everything adjusted, and we can do some good work. But doesn't mean I ain't doing good work now.
No, you do awesome
I
work.
do awesome work, and I know how to fix my fudge ups, right? I know how to fix my, and you never know it. You'll never, when these things are done, you will never know that, oh, that was off just a hair.
No, you
No,
don't.
because the quality of work I do above and beyond that, yeah, you can't tell. So anyway, I think that's pretty good. What do you think? Well, you got anything you want to add to it?
No, it's just been a long, hot, sticky day.
Yeah, it's only in the low 70s, but the humidity's got to be 100%, because I mean the sweat's just rolling off of. Oh man, whew.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly. So we got homesteading chores to do.
Yep.
So glad you came along on the ride. And next time, I'm not sure how it's going to be, because we got so much rain coming in the forecast.
At least for the next 3 days.
Got some rain. All right, enough jabber. We did good. I hope you like the steps. I hope you see it coming together. This is not easy work, folks. This is there's a lot of time-consuming steps. I try and tell you the rooster stew. Never mind. We love y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you on part 7 after we have rooster stew. Take care, and we will catch you again soon.